All right, let's get the stream started. And let's start with can any of you look at your skill trees and make sure that they work?
Oh boy.
I was logged out in the middle of the conversation. Oops.
They should work now. You should be able to go and like, if you click on the biggest name where it says like acrobatics or arcana or whatever it's on, it should give you a drop down list of all of them. And then if you click on whichever skill tree you want to see, and you'll see them. The skills that are listed out here, you'll also see are available in the journals tab, so you can actually like go into like the skill category and just see what each option is. If that is easier than like hovering over each skill to learn what it is. Before I even get into like giving away points or anything like that, I'm going to go into each of your character sheets, and I'm going to give you 1 skill point to be able to spend for free.
Ooh.
How this is going to work is you will be able to either spend a skill point on a skill that you don't have, or you can take a skill that you already do have, and if you take it, like every single like first option is learn that skill. So you'll see the first option for acrobatics is learn acrobatics. You'll see in the information it says if you already know it, you'll get another skill point, so you can take it, and then I will give you another skill point to be able to use further into the tree. But if you're just learning a new skill, you'll take the learn skill option, and then you just adjust it on your character sheet for whatever skill you took.
Alright, so it's drop down.
Everybody should have it now. Skill wait, needs 1. Everyone else should have 1.
Alright, so how do I get this to pop up that shows the tree?
At the top of your character sheet, you should see
skill
an
tree,
option that says
yes.
skill tree. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh. So I get a second skill point if I already know piloting?
Yes, precisely.
Okay, cool. Sweet.
So you're gonna start going into the piloting skill tree? Okay, so let me give
Oh, yeah.
you another
Oh,
1
I
point there.
accidentally... I clicked the first one. Should I not have done that?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Because you still have to take you have to take it to be able to access the other branches, right?
Oh,
so that's what I
see,
mean. Like you would take it, and then I just give you another skill point for free, so that you can actually go into one of the branches now.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh.
Joda, you look like you have a question.
I found it. Okay.
Okay.
I was like, where the fuck is the like the other shit? But like they're huge. I don't know if you can scale this down, but like when I click on mechanics, it's like 3/4 of my fucking screen.
For the words, like the drop-down list?
Yeah, the words are huge.
Yeah, I can't change that. There's no way for me to adjust that, I don't think. Let me double check to make sure, but I don't think so. I think it's just the way it is.
Yeah, if you're doing that, use the scroll bar, because I'm scrolling and I could not find fucking mechanics to save my life, and then I was like, all right, let me use the scroll wheel.
Yeah, you have to use the scroll wheel to scroll down. It's also a big list, right? Because there's also all the original skills plus the new ones.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look.
Can I go through and just assign the first one to each of these skill points, or do I have to assign to the tree that I'm going to pursue?
Yeah, you have to assign to the tree that you're going to pursue.
Okay, so me clicking on acrobatics on accident is a bad thing.
I can fix it.
Give me my point back.
Give me a second here. Let me come over and find you.
Chubbs. Oh, I can just right click and unlearn it.
Oh, it lets you do it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. The only permissions you guys shouldn't have is adding your own points to the points pool.
I have that permission.
To add your own points?
I now have 13 skill points.
Yeah, definitely let me add it.
Oh, that's not good.
Although I think I
Uh,
would get it anyway because I took Learn Athletics as my first one.
Chubbs, take away the 13 points from your points pool.
You listen. You said I couldn't.
I said you shouldn't be able to. This is a new thing for me. Don't take advantage.
I'm not. I only have one skill point to deal out.
You fuck.
Do I automatically get the first point in each of these skill trees if I'm already proficient?
No, so how it works, you'll read it in the like actual dialogue if you hover over any of the learn abilities. The actual dialogue
Yeah.
will tell you that you just take that like in that skill
Okay.
tree, and then I will give you another skill point to replace that one. Or since you have access to do it yourself, you can add a skill point to replace the one that was spent on that one. It gives you a skill
Which-
point for free if you already know that proficiency.
Yeah, but you need a skill
absolutely.
point to put in the first place, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I could go down my whole list and just take acrobatics, athletics, intimidation, investigation, like the first point in each of these, and continue to like one skill point, one skill point, one skill
No,
point.
no,
one
no, no,
skill
no,
point.
no. So you have one skill point right now.
Right.
If you say already have acrobatics and you want to pursue the acrobatics tree,
Okay.
you spend the skill point in that skill tree, and then it, like when you actually click on it, it will like take it and like allow you to access the other branches, and then
Yep.
you get a new point to use on any of those new options.
But it's
It's
wherever
like,
I spend this point, I
Yeah.
am completely locked into that tree for.
no, oh sorry.
Till
You
when?
can explore other trees. For instance, if you're like halfway through mechanics and you decide that you want to work on your computer's tree for a bit, you can spend the next
Yeah.
point that you gain to go into the computer's tree. It's just that each of those
Okay.
learn options has it's a cost for entry, because there's no way for me to differentiate between whether you know the proficiency or not in the skill tree like interface itself.
Okay.
So free points stay in the same tree.
Free points stay in the same tree. Exactly. Like again, the free point that you received, you're spending on to get in access into that tree. Yeah, price for entry is the easiest way. It's a cover fee.
I get it. I'm loving this piloting tree.
I figured you would.
I'm very. I don't know if I want to start with the bottom tree and get those two, or if I want to start with the middle one, because the middle one's got some nice buffs too.
I saw that I have one of them gives me the ability to throw people 15 feet, and I'm gonna start looking for cliffs. I'm throwing people off cliffs if I can.
So I already have expertise in piloting, so I wouldn't need to spend a skill point in superior piloting, correct?
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
You could just get up to
Cool.
greater piloting and just leave it as is. You don't like there is no there's no special buff for completing a tree. It's just you have options. I wanted it to make it so it wasn't easy to get expertise. Like you have to like go through the other steps to get to expertise, but it is an option for everything. And of course, there are other ways you can learn both regular skills and expertise if you take downtime to learn a skill or something along those lines. But these skill trees offer additional options for you to tailor your characters specifically like beyond what you could for your skills. Like for instance, Chubbs wants to be a mechanic. Right now, just taking mechanic as like a thing or like getting expertise in mechanic doesn't really do that much to make him more of a mechanic. Like, but now he can build into the mechanic skill tree and start learning specific features that will enhance his ability to be a better mechanic.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is why also like when you look at piloting, like it's broken down into paths. Like there's kind of like the generic like everything like all around for the middle, and then you have the mech path and you have the ship path. If you're wanting to be more of a, you know, you want your focus to be hard focused on mechs and you want that little bit of an edge in mechs, then you go into the mech part of the skill tree and you get that little bit of a bonus. And that also gives you guys more versatility if you decide to take two different like both of you, say you and Wade decide to take piloting, like you're both pilots, but like Wade wants to focus on being like a ship pilot more than a mech pilot.
Yeah, I have no
then
interest in mechs at all.
Yeah, so you can delve into that kind of other side of things, get additional things that affect your ability to pilot better, and still, you know, like if you get, it makes for a variety even if you're taking the same kind of skill things.
Also, I've noticed a slight error with the athletics skill.
Ooh.
Superior athletics gives you expertise in Arcana.
Oops. Yeah, it's probably because I copied
saw that
it
too, yeah.
over. Let me
I like
fix that.
the bottom
was another
mechanics
one.
tree is cool with the drone constructor. That's a wicked cool ability.
Superior
I'm definitely going
mechanics
into
also gives
piloting
me
after
expertise
athletics.
in
Hold on.
Piloting.
superior mechanics gives me expertise in piloting,
Give me a second to fix these. I have like an
which
actual...
is okay.
Okay,
I'll
sorry.
take
It was
expertise in piloting.
athletics. Superior athletics gives Arcana. That's not right. Let me fix that. Toggle edit lock.
No, I feel like if I have expertise in athletics, I should be an expert in Arcana as well. It only makes sense, right?
Okay, and then what is the other one that's wrong? Mechanics?
Mechanics almost kind of makes sense. I know the ship so well that I, you know,
No. What's the error?
the superior, the end one. Expertise in the
Great,
piloting
guys.
skill.
In mechanics?
Yep.
Oh, that's fixed in the actual item. Hold on, let me athletics. So it fixed athletics over here. Where is mechanics?
Mechanic.
Superior. Gain expertise in the piloting skill. That's no bueno.
Which like, I mean, could be argued to make sense.
There we go. It should be fixed now.
Beautiful. Yep.
Yeah, you might notice that in the superiors here and there because I was like copy and pasting them quick and like just copying over everything as fast as I could to try and get this done for well, I was trying to get it done for Sunday. No, that's not even true. I was trying to get it done for Saturday until I realized that A, we weren't running game on Saturday because we had a player out because he's got strep throat, and B, I fucking didn't need to add or wait to add the skill tree for cleaning crew because it doesn't have space mechanics. So they don't have a mechanic skill or a fucking piloting skill. I could have just added what I had. That's my rant. That's my rant.
You know, it was beautiful.
Anywho, so that's the skill trees. You guys can tinker around with that. You know the rules. You know what's up. Everybody's gonna get 10 points on their points cards tonight. I'll start with you, Chubbs. Are you buying another skill point, or are you getting a grand charm?
So the problem that I have is that once I get my first, because this is my mechanics, right? I get my first skill point. This is the one that seems worth it. Is my rapid repair.
Okay, 10
And
points on your
then-
points card tonight.
Everything past that though is like is rough. So I don't think there's anything in the mechanics. So I'm gonna go for a grand charm.
Okay.
I think, right?
Wait,
'Cause
why
I
are
do have
the other
points
options
covered
rough? Because I am looking for
Uh,
feedback on these as well.
I think that based on the options of just looking at the mechanics, I think the wait times for them are too long. I think the rapid repair is great. It's 3 times for short rest, 2d8 plus my mechanics, which is a potential like 50 HP.
Yeah.
At max roll every time.
Bearing in mind that you're
every-
level 5 or level 4.
Yeah,
Again,
Yeah.
consider your level as well, but you continue.
absolutely. For right now, it's big,
Yeah.
right? It may not be as big later down the road, but again, there's other I'm assuming as we go, there's possible increases that could be done to it.
Yeah.
I think the other things don't have enough usage. So like once per short rest, it's pretty okay. That's not too bad. Short rest is only an hour, but like once per long rest, resistance for a minute feels like in an elongated or a multiple scenario space chase, you're kind of, it may not be like as quick as, or it may not be
I
as
mean,
usable.
a minute of something resistance to something like plasma damage on your ship in a space fight is kind of big.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
you control the resistance to the type of damage. It's not like it's making a specific type of damage. That's kind of huge, especially when you consider like a potion of resistance for a regular person. And unless you're getting one that's specific, it's rolled randomly. You don't get a choice in what kind of resistance you get.
Yeah. I think it was more of like how many uses you can get out of it. Some of them, like rapid repair is 3 per short rest. Like I can 50 for every hour, right? Everything else is just kind of like, well, this one's once per long rest, localize at EMP blast. It gets stunned for 1 turn. 1 turn is still pretty big, and it stuns everything around you. So there's plenty of like opportunity there, but like it's just the one, right? Whereas like the rapid repair is like 3 and then an hour and then 3 and then an hour and then 3. That's like a full sleep for an EMP blast.
Yeah.
So like I think like at this current level, the rapid repair is like my best option. I think the amount of times that I can use the other things don't add up to where I think that Chubbs would benefit from a Grand Charm if he hits something that's mediocre plus.
Okay. So you're rolling a Grand Charm?
Yeah, we got 10 points, which leaves me with 5 points left on my charm. So I'll just wipe that out to 5. And yes, sir, I will take my Grand Charm.
Perfect. Hold on, let me take a toke for good luck. And Wade, that's not a problem for if you guys, as long as you guys aren't. I don't think I have to really be worried about any of you for it. I just like have thought back to like previous times and previous campaigns where if I had this in place, somebody would fucking abuse it in a way like slip an extra point here and there when they think I wouldn't notice.
So it's
I was just gonna.
It's 100 points for a skill point.
It's 100 points for a skill point or a Grand Charm.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just gonna blanket just take off the permission across the board, but I trust you boys.
Hard.
But rolling a Grand Charm, Chubbs, you get the Grand Charm of Minor Invincibility. When you take damage from any source, you can reduce that damage to 0. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest.
Okay. Yeah. That's 1 free hit.
Don't let Kendrick hear that you have that.
Crazy.
Don't let Drake hear that you have that.
Don't let Drake have that.
Oka. You're muted.
I don't know when I did that. Yeah, I'll take a minor charm. That's just 5, right?
Yeah. You're just rolling for a regular charm?
Yeah. Okay. Just a little baby one.
You get a squirrel charm. You become.
All right.
Can I
use
that
one?
have a small one as well?
You want a small one as well, Chubbs?
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't mind coming back to me.
Ghost charm. You can become ghostly for a minute.
Ooh. Those are both 2 decent fucking mini charms.
Yeah. Yeah, considering the kinds that you could get, those are actually pretty good. Oka, how did you only have 10 points? Did you just get a Grand Charm last session?
I have 80 points right now.
Oh, I'm looking at Chubbs. That's why.
I had 85, and then I spent 5 on the other charm.
I see.
Yep.
I should have 0.
Oh, excellent. Wade.
I'm gonna keep holding mine. I'm at 85. I want to both bump up my skills and my. So.
Okay. Loki.
I'm gonna keep banking. I'm right at 95, so I'm so close to a grand charm.
Perfect.
I want to hold on to it.
Excellent. All right. Well, when we last left our heroes, we had started off continuing the fight against the space pirate captain at the radiated Squengies. While a mysterious person was being accosted by a Voidwalker assassin in the background of that fight. The team defeated the captain with some help from the security droid, and defeated the assassin pretty much soon after, knocking the assassin out instead of killing him. You discovered that the person that was being attacked was named Alexandra Keen, and that she was the princess of Longsword, a planet that was previously called Eritrea. Traveling with her crew, including the clockwork Captain Nim. Wade worked quickly to give her the ick with a very, horrible pickup line. And
Glad to help.
trying to get out of there fairly quickly, she did like a quick information exchange with you, confirming that the Void Seekers were also looking to take her for the Void Mother. She exchanged contact information with Oka and advised that she was going to Halbert to get an escort back to her star system, which is called the Athena system. Also, as like an extra little reward for saving her, she gave Oka a Titan glove as a gift, him being the captain of the crew. Chubbs found the radiation emitter and shut it off, taking it with him. Also finding another space pirate that they decided to also capture and take with them. Heading back to the ship, you decided to kind of like stick both of your prisoners in one room and interrogate the assassin. While Vera was flying to your destination, you decided to get a little more information, woke up the assassin, and started interrogating him, but he was not cooperative, warning that more of his kind was going to come and claim Oka, and he had been black bagged but managed to get the bag off and used his teleport ability to like teleport to the opposite wall and like smash his face against the wall, effectively killing himself. The terrified space pirate remained pretty like non-hostile, very docile. And so the crew decided to take it in as their like member / pet, and name him Borklord. Borklord.
Truth my, he's Borklord.
Swizz appealed to Oka that the crew needed life insurance for dangerous jobs and implored him to like invest future monies into ensuring that both the crew and like the main members had purchased some kind of life insurance. General Vec is temporarily joining the crew while they're looking for Jocelyn Wintertongue, Oka's bride-to-be. Vec gave the crew a little bit of background lore dump about Greataxe and how it kind of was formed, as you mulled over why the Void Seekers were cherry-picking the kind of royalty that they try to kidnap. The story, of course, with Greataxe being that it was once ruled under a single monarchy, but the last like single king of Greataxe had 5 sons and died without naming an heir. And so the result of that was that the princes grew up to be terrible people and fight each other and try to fight for Greataxe and split it into like 5 different regions, which they each take control of. As you we're about to land, you were hailed by Commander Gray of like the Galactic Military, and were instructed to take minimum technology with you when possible into Greataxe. You landed and met Gray and Elvray, who was one of the 5 lords of Greataxe, and who was the one who was the only one of the 5 who embraced technology and learned more about technology and how to use it in his own in his own region. After a small introduction, the crew met with their guide Laszlo, who gave them a little bit more lore. You learned about Otto Varius, who was a legendary star pilot that introduced technology to Greataxe and who actually had made friends with Elvray once the 5 princes had become the 5 lords of Greataxe. It was rumored that Otto Varius was last seen in Umbravale, and Laszlo has arranged, because you express interest in going to Umbravale, Laszlo has arranged for you to meet with a mercenary named Riven. This is Laszlo.
Ooh, are those like constellation tattoos on the arms?
Yeah, she's got like constellation tattoos and like on her arms and on her neck, and when the light hits them a certain way, they look like they glow.
Oh, tight.
She also it gave you guys to get you to the waiting area. You were advised like you need like 12 hours of like proper rest to be able to acclimate to the planet and its gravity and things like that. So you've been brought to kind of like a waiting area in the entertainment district, which is called the Stellaris Ward. There's kind of like almost like a, think of it like an FBI safe house, but like for the intention of people who are coming from outer space. So there are refreshments. There is a interplanetary junk vending machine, like I'll drag that out so you guys have access to it on this screen.
The ones at Swangies?
Like the ones at Squengies, yeah, the Solaris Interplanetary, the one that you can buy the injectors from.
Nice. Thank God.
There's one of those in the room. Along with it has like a bunk bed set up, so there's enough beds for all of you. There are like light refreshments, so like there's regular foods. There's unfortunately no Squengies, like no Squengies vending machine or anything in there. It is just kind of like regular foods. But you did learn last time, like when you were looking through the kind of like libations and stuff that you could order, that dragon is a meat on the menu, so you can get like dragon burgers, dragon steaks, things like that, as dragons of all varieties appear to be much more common on this planet. I think you guys also saw a sign that said dragon riders, like beware dragon riders. And that's where we left off. So you guys are currently like in your hotel room. You can take a long rest if you haven't already long rested your character sheets. And it's not a downtime, but it is kind of like a forced downtime moment where you have this 12 hours to rest and sleep, but you also have the opportunity. There are several books. You have access to contact Laszlo if you have questions or need information. You also have leads to follow up on with other people. Like you're not just dealing with one scenario. So like, what do you guys do, if anything, in this 12-hour period? And I'll start with Chubbs.
What does Chubbs have to do right now? Can we start with Oka? Because Chubbs is Oka's bodyguard. I'm going to stick with him. If he's going to stick around the ship, then I'll probably try and repair the lawman.
Well,
but
it's not even stuck. You guys are stuck. The ship is back up in the...
Oh, yeah.
Like, the ship's up in the skyport. I'll even drag the ship out to put it up there with the rest of your crew. You guys flew thopters down to even get to where you are now. And I'll show you what the rental thopters look like.
Oh, cool.
Just ornate machines.
Would I have my mech case on me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean,
so like if Chubbs wanted to repair it, I could pull it out in this city, right?
Okay. Exactly. The space, there is a space available. Like, they give you everything you need. They understand where you're coming from. They know what you're dealing with. So you have like a quarters. It's kind of like being in a little like ground apartment. So you have like a little garage that you can do your work on things if you need to. Again, they know that you guys probably have mechs or something. They just advise not to pull them out in like the more ancient cities, because you're gonna freak people out and probably start fights. Like, it's just you hit people with too much and you're basically alien invaders, and they want to make sure that's not going to be the case. Now, in Aeriatheon, that is not going to be as much of a problem. If you need to pull out your mechs, if you need to pull out like more futuristic weapons, they have an understanding of it. They understand a bit of the history. They interact with space travelers regularly. This place, like this part of Greataxe, is a tourist attraction. Like these people, it's think of like Westworld, where people will just like go and get dressed up and like go into these other provinces and just like, you know, like explore it like they're exploring another country. Like it's they have protocols in place and like understanding just of exactly of who is coming. So yes, repairing or offering repair to a mech is absolutely something you can do.
Okay, so if Oka leaves, I will go with him. I am Oka's bodyguard. If Oka is going to stay,
that's the other thing. In this 12-hour period, you're not going to be able to leave this apartment.
Oh, we're not leaving the apartment? Okay,
no.
fuck, yeah, all right, cool.
Like, you can't go out into the city or anything like that. Like, you specifically have to go out or stay in this spot and actually acclimate to the planet. It's a requirement so that you guys don't get sick.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But we can order dragon burgers.
Yes,
right?
you can order food. You can you have all of the stuff available to be able to do things. Again, the one I offered was also research, because you don't really need resources outside of what you have to do that. If you just need to make a call to somebody to get more information, you have that option as well. But yeah, any kind of food, refreshments, all of that is a carte blanche on the house as like a welcoming gift from the lord of this place. And you just basically are kind of like imprisoned in a very, very comfortable cell for 12 hours while you guys are like quarantined and learning how to breathe this place's air.
Yeah, no, then I'll just, if we're not going anywhere, I'll work on the mech, see if I can get the lawman as good as I can get it, with like under normal circumstances, and maybe make a call to Keys and see if he's got any information on anything here.
Okay.
If he knows anything about like anybody that has word on out of areas.
Okay. We'll start with your mech healing, because you can do both of those things in a 12-hour period. Go ahead and give me a mechanics. I'm going to set the base DC at 10, and that's to do the like greater healing, like the 2D, was it 2d8 plus your mech proficiency?
Yeah.
Whatever you get from rapid repair, that will be the base at a DC of 10.
The base.
Yeah.
2d8 plus mech.
2d8 plus mech. And then from there, every 5 you get over 10 on this roll, I will add an extra d8 to that roll.
Okay. Alright, I fuck with that. I just want to double check, because I don't think I have an advantage on ship related tasks, not on these.
That
It was
is
not a great roll.
not a great roll.
Let me throw my inspiration at it. Because why not?
That is worse.
That is a worse roll.
I'm going to be
Look.
very kind here. You just spent a skill point, your first skill point in the mechanics tree. You learned the rapid repair. So I'm going to say that the first 2 rolls were a result of an advantage. I'm going to give you the option. You can take your inspiration back, or you could use the inspiration to re-roll again, and I'll let you re-roll that as well with advantage.
I'll take the advantage roll.
Okay.
All right, one more mechanics with advantage.
Yes. Oh, that's better.
An 18.
So 3d8 plus your mech proficiency, or yeah, your mechanics proficiency, I should say.
Having this as mechanic, oh my fucking god. Wow.
You are still learning how to repair mechs. This is a new concept, so it's just something that's going to take time for you to get better at doing. You do manage to do some light repairs on the mech, but it's pretty badly beat up after that fight, so you can go ahead, Oka, and add 9 back to the lawman.
Already done, Chief.
I will also give you with that 18 that you are able to recharge the plasma pistol, so you can restore the pistol charges.
Okay, I was gonna ask when it got around to me if I could recharge in this time too.
Yeah, no, your mechanic is that's exactly what Chubbs' job is. As long as he gets the mechanic roll, he basically just has to replace a battery.
Okay.
Not so good at that, boss man.
You did great, Chubbs.
The second thing that you wanted to do was contact Keys, and you're asking him specifically about Audivarius?
I would ask him if he has any word of any spots that have gone up as like jobs for heists in this area.
Sorry? Job?
If he's heard of any jobs that have gone up for this area,
For Greataxe?
like anybody who, for like, hey, go down and loot here on Greataxe.
Interesting. So you're wondering if he's heard of any points of interest for good loot on Greataxe?
Yeah. I will tell him about like what we're searching for. It'd be like that. I'd be like, we've got a job. There's some stuff that we're looking for. What I would like is to know if anybody has any jobs out for points of interest on Greataxe.
Keys is going to take a little bit of time with the research. He's like, Greataxe is a pretty primitive place. Like, it's kind of a tourist trap, but like, what are you looking for? Like, what, you want treasure? You're looking for rare metals?
Whispers of treasure. Whispers of treasure. Something big.
Whispers of treasure. Okay, I mean that's a pretty broad scope. We have the most communication with Aeriatheon. And I mean, there's whispers of like a legendary forge in one of the floating pillars there, but nobody can get inside. Like, it needs to be whatever condition can open the door, nobody knows or can figure it out. Like, they have researchers there every day who are trying to figure out how to open this door, but the rumor is that the what's his name, Otavarius, it was one of the great gifts that he provided the people of Greataxe, was this legendary forge to create like special weapons. They were dealing with like a dragon war or something like that, and they needed help in making something to be able to fight them, so he created a forge. The location, I think it's called the Skyforge Spindle. And I mean, if you're looking at like great treasures in relation to that guy, the rumor is that he gave like 5 things to each person. Like the forge was the gift he gave to the Prince of Aeriatheon. But the rumor is, like, in his pursuit of trying to be able to introduce technology to all of them to help them with the threat, he gave each of them a gift like that.
Okay. So we're gonna have to Captain Planet this bitch. Got it. Yeah, I don't really think I have any like clarifying questions for that. I think that's good. That gives Chubbs a direction and like an idea to look out for.
Okay. Oka, you got 12 hours to chill and snack and do some shit. What's Oka gonna do?
First order of business is getting some dragon burgers for the crew.
Think of like when I say tough Wagyu, like think of the most juicy, fatty, flavorful burger you've ever had, but it's also like it's a very hard chew, but it's worth it. It's like jerky,
Okay.
almost,
Okay.
but like it becomes like a soft meat as you chew it. But that first like couple chews, like you're getting a jaw workout as you're eating your burger.
Yeah, but after the first few, it kind of like melts in your mouth.
Yeah.
'Cause I've had Wagyu before. I've never had dragon though.
Yeah, after the first couple chews, once you've actually managed to start to like mush it in your teeth, like it just like it dissolves in your mouth, and like every bit of flavor like is packed in, and it looks like they made these burgers with like some like seasonings that you've never really tasted before. Like on your tongue, it's incredible. It's also
Now,
topped with like purple pickles.
ooh,
Yeah.
ooh. Now, how does this compare to Squengy's burgers?
Do you want me to be honest, or do you want me to lie to you?
I want you to be honest in Oka's opinion.
This makes Squanky's burgers taste like garbage.
Oh no. I don't know what to take from that.
You've never
Oka's
you take your first
entire worldview.
you take your first bite of a dragon burger, and it's like you guys watch as Oka takes a bite and like involuntarily starts crying.
It's almost as good as Squengy's, guys. Yeah, Oka's worldview is shattered. He thought Squengy's was the best, and he doesn't know what to do now. Existential crisis to Oka.
It took me one burger to break Oka.
I knew this was gonna happen too. As soon as I heard dragon burgers, I knew it was gonna happen.
They got dragon brisket, my dude.
Dude, I would do unimaginable things to eat dragon brisket in real life. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too.
That would be fucking amazing. I think after my existential burger crisis, can I try to call Jocelyn's cell phone?
Yeah, you try to call her communicator. Doesn't even ring. Goes right to a voicemail.
Okay, so it's either dead or there's no service.
You guys really need a hacker.
Yeah, we really do. Yeah. And we don't know a hacker that isn't pissed at us right now, so...
Or kidnapped.
Yeah, true. Can I call Gilbert?
You can call Gilbert, yeah.
Okay.
You call and he picks up. And he's like, hey, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, Gilbert, dude. We need to get dragon burgers on the fucking menu at Squengy's ASAP.
Oh, I don't know about that one, my guy.
It needs to happen.
Well, no, I mean, just... The only way that you're gonna be able to get dragon burgers on the menu is if you can convince, the people at headquarters to put it on the menu. They have to put it on the menu and be able to dispense it across the entire galaxy. Trust me, this conversation has been had before, but the fact of the matter is, if we decide to start making dragon burgers, they go extinct. There's just, we'll wipe out an entire species.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Which really makes you question what's in the meat in a Squengy's burger, but I don't know if I want to delve that deep, you know?
You don't need to.
No.
You don't need to.
It's meat.
It's delicious meat.
It's pretty tasty meat. Yeah. How did you feel when you had your first bite?
Of the dragon?
Yeah.
Man, it's life-changing.
Yeah.
I thought Squengy's was the best thing in all of space. And my worldview is just completely shattered.
Same. The very first time. I'd imagine, me working as, a celebrity chef at a Squengy's. Imagine my surprise my first time having a dragon burger. Greataxe is a great place. You're gonna have a good time. Just
oh my god, it's
try not to pick too many fights. You may feel tough, but some of the folks out there hit harder.
Hey man, I came from a primitive planet too. I know how these guys tangle.
He's like, if you're exploring, if you end up going all over the place, I got a buddy. His name is Kathor. He lives in Drasmore. It's Kathor is a real tough son of a bitch, but if you need an extra hand, need some help, you tell him Gilbert sent you, he'll help you out. He owes me a favor.
Oh, sweet. Do you think he would have some, info on, this Autovarius kind of guy?
I mean, they all have their own legends out there about Autovarius. You'll hear, where you are right now is probably where you're gonna get the most info about the guy. He was beloved there. But the other places, not so much. There are some, in Varkazar, the prince there didn't really like Autovarius, and so he didn't like his people talking about Autovarius. Drasmore, you might hear a little bit. Selvaroon, you'll definitely hear some jovial stories about the guy. And Umbra Vale, if you're going there, I would not talk to anyone.
Well, I mean, honestly, right now, Umbervale's our best lead on finding him.
Of course it is, because it wouldn't be
Yeah.
you otherwise, Oka.
Damn straight, Gilbert. You know me too well, brother.
It's like, listen, if you're going to Umbra Vale, make sure everything is chained down to you. Be careful who you talk to, and be careful who you trust.
All right. I'll keep that in mind, man. Hey, while I have you here, have you heard anything like about the Void Seekers? I mean, I know you're not like looking for info or anything. Just wondering if you've heard anything out in the air.
Oh, I'm definitely looking for info, and I've been talking to my people around here, and talking to my connections. I haven't heard a lot yet, but I won't stop looking. Anything I can do to help you, man.
I appreciate that. We've gotten like a little bit of info so far, but nothing, no solid leads on like where they took Jocelyn.
It's like I wouldn't try to hit him head on if you can help it. Go in with a plan.
Yeah, I kind of have a plan. It's kind of dumb though.
Well, I hope it goes well.
Yeah, me too. I don't know.
It says,
It's the only thing I got right now.
keep it to yourself and your crew. Don't talk about it on public lines. Who knows if they're even listening to this conversation.
Yeah.
But
I'm not telling anybody.
I wouldn't put it past a group like that to be able to intercept messages, so maybe something to be careful about.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm keeping it on the down low for now. I'm gonna pull it out maybe after we finish up our business here.
All right, I'm gonna let you go back to it. I'll keep looking. If I hear anything or I get any more information, I'll let you know.
All right, awesome. Good talking to you,
All right,
Gilbert.
have a good one.
One of my trusted buddies.
Say hi to the crew for me.
Oh, I will. Guys, everybody, Gilbert says hi. He's looking for info too.
Wade.
Just on a video chat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wade. Wade. In the water.
Helps if I'm not muted.
It does.
So we're in a place with stronger gravity and it's harder to breathe, right?
Yeah.
So Wade would have one priority and one priority on, well, really three priorities.
Getting swole.
Push-ups, sit-ups, and plenty of juice.
Getting swole. You love
Yeah.
to see it.
It's harder to work out here. He's gonna fucking lift.
Oh. Lift with what intention?
I think he'd want to somehow sway this into being more ready the next time he fights down here.
Okay.
So maybe something like first shot gets initiative or gets a bonus to first shot gets advantage or he gets a bonus to his initiative or something like that in his next fight.
Give me an athletics check.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna give you advantage because you're using this to your benefit. Fucking Vegeta.
20.
That's a dirty 20.
Oh, yeah.
I like this. Yeah, you're getting swole. You're just fucking you get the rest that you need, and then you spend the rest of the time working out.
Hell yeah. I think I probably work out before the rest, but yeah. Did we ever get any idea on that girl with the glasses?
Girl with the glasses?
Wade is not sure if she's 14 or 40. Laszlo.
Laszlo?
Yeah.
You did not get an age verification on Laszlo, no.
So he was going to offer everyone a drink, but then he decides not to. He's like, I don't know if I can.
Huh? Hello? Hold on a second. My cats have noticed something. I'll be right back. Oh, false alarm, guys. It's just an open window in the bedroom. Oh,
no.
It's like, is somebody at the door? What's going on? Alright. Sorry. Wade, you get swole.
Oh, yeah.
For your efforts and that great roll, I will say that you are going to get advantage on your initiative roll on your next, on the next combat.
Heck yeah.
And you got 10 over what I expected you to roll. I'm gonna say you're also going to start with 10 temporary hit points.
Sick. I am.
Or you can have it now. You can just add 10
Oh,
temporary
yeah, I just
hit
added
points.
it. I figure,
yeah.
like...
I'm also gonna heal Vec with the rest of that rest. Wade's getting jacked. Loki, what are you doing?
Am I able to use this time to deal with a stress token, or does it have to be a proper downtime?
It has to be a proper downtime to deal with stress
Okay.
tokens.
Okay. Uh,
Unless you're
I'm not quite sure.
like if you're spending this next 12 hours to like really relax, I may consider it. But there will still be a roll involved.
Okay. Like, I was thinking just take that time to just sit back and just cook something just to really do something fun, just de-stress for the time period.
Okay, just like taking advantage of the kitchens there.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a cook's utensils, please. Why does that say not proficient? That's not true. You are absolutely proficient with cook's utensils. Hold on, I think I need to fix your thing.
Okay.
Details. Not equipped, not proficient. Neither of those things are true. Tool type. Artisan's tools. Equipped. Cook's utensils. There we go.
I'll just add it to the chat a second time so that way it actually has my proficiency.
Yeah. Roll it with the good shit.
Oh.
You hit a 10.
Hit a 10? Okay.
You hit a 10. 10's not gonna get rid of a stress token.
I'm gonna use my inspiration to re-roll that then.
Okay.
I'm gonna... There we go.
19 also unfortunately won't get rid of a stress token.
Okay.
But I will say that cooking is a passion for you. You're working to use it to de-stress. You're dealing with several stressful situations at once currently with how crazy the ship has been. But this gives you a moment of clarity where you understand that keeping with using your passion to be able to work through those traumas will eventually help in a greater way as you continue to do it. So I will say that when you do take your downtime check to be able to get rid of the stress token, you will get advantage on that roll.
Okay. That's fair.
You guys get a bit of stuff done as you take your rest period of time. You start to get used to things. When you first arrived, everything did feel a little bit heavy. You didn't know if it was just kind of like jet lag, but now it is. You're beginning to realize that it was this kind of shift in gravity that you're not quite used to. Because after that period of time, you start to notice it around like 8 hours in. Like, you're starting to feel lighter. You're starting to feel like more used to your footing as you move around. And that may also have contributed to like the issue with the mechanics there, Chubbs. Like, you're just not used to working on things. Like, you're already like getting used to working on mechs, but also working on mechs in a different gravity. That's got to be something that throws you off, right? Eventually that 12-hour period kind of concludes. You get an alarm that goes off, and you get a call from Laszlo and says, welcome officially to Greataxe. You have now gone through your acclimation period. I have arranged for a meeting at the what is it called? Oops. Oh, you're gonna love this. He's gonna meet you at the Aethertech branch of Squengies. Where you'll find him, you'll find that in the Stellaris ward, which is like the entertainment district. It's where you are now, but like that's specifically the spot.
So there is a Squengies here then.
There is there has been no information prior to now that there has been a Squengies here. This may be a very new place, but it is the Aethertech branch of Squengies. It's not a Squengies Express though, so you like with that you'll know that it is an actual like full restaurant.
Oh.
You will be able to get escorted there. Like Laszlo will come pick you up with the Thopters and bring you around. And as when she picks you up and kind of flies by, you can see a couple of other cool locations. Again, this is a fairly modern society. Like, think like Earth, but like a little bit more fantasy future advanced in that way. Like, you see that there is like a mirror dome, like just like it's made of mirrors and shines the light from the sun shines off of it. And it looks like it's a place where like maybe they hold like operas and like theater shows and things like that. There are casinos. Like there's a small section like that you go by that is just like a strip of casinos. You even see like nightclubs. You'll see like market buildings like as if it was like stock exchange like buildings and stuff like that. Like it seems like this place is very, very modernized. And you'll also see a broadcasting station here. It's just a big like a huge spire that says Broadcast Spire 7. And finally you get to Squengies. It looks like a Squengies but on the ground, like all the same kind of like visuals. It is like the visuals look a little bit different because it's using the technology that they use here, but like it's like still sleek. It's got like this nice like blue sign, like blue neon sign with like the writing in like this beautiful like silver metal. You walk in and the chef, the celebrity chef, is a like clown that is juggling burgers. There aren't vending machines here. This is the one thing that's different from a regular Squengies. Right now, the vending machines aren't installed, and neither is the bounty board. So it is just like, it's like an intended restaurant, like almost like giving a taste of outer space to the people here. And you don't see, like, you see a few like different patrons. You see like maybe a couple with their kids who are having a Squengies meal, and you see that the Squengies meals right now have instruments. So one kid is holding like some drumsticks in this little pad that he is like hung off his belt, that he's like, as he taps on it, it's making like little sparks come out of it. You see the other girl has like a theremin and is just like making the sound back and forth like woo woo woo. The mother looks annoyed. The dad looks just like completely pleased with himself as the kids are playing. You see that there is another young couple, all humanoid. Like most of them look human. You don't see a lot of like alien outliers outside of maybe like you might see a halfling here. You might see you might even see like the occasional like tiefling and dwarf. Like there are like other like of those like classic species here. You do not see anything like dragonborn or anything like that though. Like you don't see anything with like different colored skin. You don't see like 3 eyes anywhere. You don't see even like there's no like ogres or anything like that here. Like it is all very like generic classic fantasy humanoid. And then like looking around the room, it's a double take where you know you didn't see anybody in the corner, and then it's like a flicker of shadow, and there is an older gentleman sitting there with his hood up. Greataxe. Kind of like glances over, and you look and you see he is wearing this cloak that looks like it is almost made of void, like made of shadow. Like it the material itself, like it looks like material, but it looks like you've never seen a material made of something so black. Like it looks like you could get lost inside of it. He looks at your group come in, and kind of like gestures you over. And as Vec walks in behind you, a couple of the people kind of look like a little strangely. They also look at like Loki a little strangely, but not in an offensive way, like looking out of a curiosity, like just things they've never seen before. You reach the table. It's big enough to seat 6, so everybody can kind of squish in and sit down. He doesn't have a meal or anything in front of him, and again, like you feel like he just appeared out of nowhere. But he looks up and he says, "The name's Riven. I heard you were looking to go to Umbervale."
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I noticed you didn't have a meal. I'm actually assistant regional manager. You want some food on the house?
No, I already ate.
Oh, all right. Cool.
This is just a good place to meet when necessary.
Damn straight it is.
What business do you have in Umbervale?
We're looking for some information on a certain individual out of Arius. I'm sure you've heard of him.
If he's still alive after all these years, what would you want with him?
I wanna know where that mech is. I think I could put it to some good use out in the star system.
I'm sorry, mech? What mech?
The Dragon Knight?
What do you know about it?
I mean, not much. I know it's quite legendary though.
Oh yes, legendary.
And I know it's probably not being put to good use right now. And I think I could change that.
You don't think you're the first person to come here and try to find the legendary mech of Aeriatheon?
I might not be the first to try to find it, but I'll be the first to get it, that's for sure.
It doesn't exist, lad. It's a fairy tale.
Well,
Probably went the same place Aeriatheon did and fucked off.
well, then we're gonna head over to Fuck Offville, and I'm gonna find that mech.
And
And I'm gonna pilot it.
he's like, doesn't matter to me as long as you have the coin. He's like, I'm assuming that you work in credits and not the money here.
Yeah, credits.
He's like, I don't accept credits. I don't live out there. I live here.
Is there like a currency exchange bureau around here?
No, unfortunately.
Oh, shit.
Here in Aeriatheon, they do like trade and things like that. You may be able to get some coin from Elvray. I don't. Did you ask them about that? Did he meet you when
No,
you
I-
arrived?
Yeah, I didn't think there was different currencies though. I'm kind of new to this whole space thing as well.
Well, on your planet, did you have credits?
No, we had dollars, like paper bills.
Oh yeah, we deal mostly in gold on this planet.
Okay.
I understand you don't have gold. I'm not going to ask for any money up front. At the end of this, you will owe me 500 gold for the journey from here to Umbervale. You are welcome to go without me, but I guarantee that if you do, you will not make it back alive.
Okay, so you take us there, but then like we still don't have gold when we get there. Is the problem, right?
Well, there and back.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll find treasures along the way. You may find, plenty of ways to make gold around here, and as you journey through Greataxe, you'll find more and more ways to make it. That I am not worried about. He's like, we're gonna have to travel. I hope you're well prepared for hostility. I guess the word for it is.
Yeah, we can talk the talk, but we can also walk the walk. Just take a look at my crew back here. Or next to me, I guess. We're all sitting next to each other.
He kind of looks you guys up and down, and he just kind of sneers, and he's like, nothing special.
Wade is just gonna flex in response.
Like looking at like he doesn't give off that kind of like aura that would like scare anyone, but he also doesn't come off as somebody who hasn't seen his fair share of scrapes. His face is weathered. You're not sure how old he is, but he doesn't look like wrinkled from age. He just looks like battle worn. You can see kind of little nicks and cuts and scars on his face. You can see that there is like on one side of his face there's like this black tattoo that kind of like goes from it like the top of his head and down like under his face, almost like you've seen them before, like almost like headsets, like if you were interfacing with certain types of mechs and ships. and there's just something. There's something off about, like, he's regarding you like you guys are like just like trash that walked in. Like, he's not, and not like in a way that he's looking down on you, but he's just like he has measured you up and he's not impressed.
Well, I mean, you know, we might not look like the most seasoned adventurers, but I can promise we're ready for anything. We'll show you.
That kind of makes him like chuckle a little bit, and he's like, "Oh, anything."
Mostly anything. Mostly anything.
He's like, "Wait."
I'm engaged.
He's like, "Wait till you meet the Null Hounds. Tell me how prepared you are then."
I'll tell you in the moment when I'm beating their asses.
Like, all right then. To the hollow spiral.
Waiter, 12 Squengies burgers to go. I'm a regional assistant manager.
Regional assistant manager still juggling burglars. Still juggling burgers. He's like, do you have ID?
Yeah, I got my enamel pin right here. Wait, I don't know if that shows my identification. It doesn't, I don't think.
No, you have, the enamel pin you have is... Was that for... I feel like that was for something different, no?
That was from Gilbert. He gave me that as like it's like a commemorative item, I think.
No, like, you need to be able to show your actual, like, ID.
Damn.
Which you would be able to, like, you'd be able to walk up and they have like the regular computer like fucking POS system, and you like walk over, like enter your username and like scan your phone for your password, and comes back you're the regional manager. He's like, "Oh wow, congratulations, yeah, 12 burgers coming right up."
Let's get a couple of those animal style also.
Animal style, okay.
Yeah.
Do you want the local special?
What's the local special?
Oh, it's dragon brisket.
Oh my god. Yes, please.
Yeah, so you'll get your burgers, some of them animal style, and he'll also give you like a big old thing of dragon brisket as well. Of course, that's all comped. That's all part of like your meal packages. You can get whatever you want, drinks, whatever.
Yeah, we're just, we're running taste tests around the galaxy, all that jazz.
It's like, oh, great. And it says here that you still have to put in some hours. You gonna be doing some recruiting while you're here?
Yeah. I was planning on it.
You are the regional assistant manager after all.
Fuck. Yeah,
we don't have
what shifts
we don't have an assigned
fulfilling.
Well, we don't have an assigned manager yet. And like we need cooks and employees and stuff like that, and our security bot isn't set up yet. So like, do you think you could like they were supposed to deliver it like last week. So I think I guess I'd come to you for that, right? Because you're the regional assistant manager, or the whatever you called yourself.
Yeah, regional assistant manager. Yeah, that's actually why I came here, was to help you guys get staffed.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, perfect. My name is Shuggles the Clown. Been on Greataxe for a while. Great place. I juggle burgers. That's kind of my shtick. I juggle things, and
I see that. I
went viral juggling Squengies burgers like 3 years ago, and signed a contract that I did not read.
Hey, I know all too well.
I might sometimes the joke comes at the clown's expense.
He's like, I was stationed out at Oh, what was the Squengies called? I can't even tell you now. It was maybe it was Sunview. It was taken over by pirates.
We just relinquished that one.
Oh, you
I think.
saved them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we're-
killed them so hard they died until they were dead.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah.
So yeah, let me get your contact info, and I'll hit you up whenever I find some employees. We're gonna be going around like all over the place around here. So
Yeah, you can add Shuggles the clown
what did I get myself into?
as a contact. So before you leave the planet, you are going to need to hire 3 employees.
Okay.
And you're also going to have an optional quest to find out what happened to their security droid.
Awesome.
After the stream, I'll turn it into like an actual quest in the quest log for
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I got it in the notes.
Yeah. So, congratulations. You now have a duty to fulfill as the assistant regional manager of Squankies.
Oka's really reconsidering this position.
Hey, who knows? You get high up enough, you might like meet the CEO.
Squanky's brand mech.
Figure out a Squankies brand mech goes hard.
Yeah, wouldn't it? I can see it now.
Yeah.
It's got like a burger for a head.
I may have...
Squanginator.
Ellie is getting into drawing digital art, and once she's like very comfortable with it, I'm gonna ask her to make shit like that. Because today I was like looking for a particular kind of mech, and I couldn't find it anywhere, and I was like, I need to ask somebody to draw this, or commission somebody to draw a very particular mech.
Hell yeah. All right, cool. I got my assistant manager duties and my cool space pirate duties.
Yeah, and
or space merc.
You've replenished your pocket burgers, got some food.
Yep.
Oh,
Let me get a punch on my punch card also while I'm here.
Give you a punch on your punch card?
Yeah. Just just making sure you guys are doing your jobs, punching the cards.
Yeah, punching the cards. I'm doing it, boss. I'm doing it.
All right. Well, make sure you're asking the customers because sometimes they forget. I know I did when I was a customer.
Starts juggling burgers again. He's like, yeah, got it.
Keep up the good work, Chuggles.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Oh my god. All right, everybody ready to head out, or is there some other shit we got to do before we bounce?
No, mate, let's roll out.
Riven's like, you're wanting to go right away? Do you want to explore this place at all?
I mean, I don't know if you guys do. I know we're kind of on like a time crunch on like multiple fronts here, but we could probably hang for a little bit, I guess. I'm cool with just heading out though.
Yeah, I'm cool with just heading out.
Yeah, if we got the old man, I'm chilling. I don't really think there's much to learn, but like, I've been obviously like just asking about the areas, like, so yeah, like I'm chill. I'm good with heading out.
Okay.
Yeah, unless we want to like do downtime now while we're like here.
Well, about one location here, aside from where you are, which is the Skyforge Spindle. On the map, you can
Yeah.
double click on any of these options, and you'll get like a brief description. I'll say that Laszlo would have given you like a little guide to each place. You have like the Skyforge Spindle, floating among ancient ringed ruins, orbiting the continent's highest peak. The Skyforge Spindle is a rotating, gravity-powered fusion pillar rumored to contain a powerful interstellar forge. An arcane lock keeps the peoples of Aeriatheon from discovering its true secrets. I can read. You've got the Lunacore Spires. If the ward is the heart, this is the forge. Floating scaffolds rise and fall like clockwork lungs, belching aether smoke and welding sparks. Drones zip through the air like fireflies, carrying half-finished mech limbs. Don't touch anything unless you want to grow a third thumb. There is the Cloudrest Commons, which is like the residential district. They say the air smells like sunrise here. Vine-strung archways, sky farms with floating melons, and families playing airball between levitating houses. Don't be fooled. It's not soft, just still. The commons are where people choose to stay grounded. You want perspective? Sit still and watch the clouds. You have the Vault of Silversight. Quiet halls, too quiet. The walls here listen. Mages in radiant robes float between towers of folded light and memory crystals. Ask the wrong question, and you might be shown the answer from your next life. Still, if you're chasing prophecy or need to ask the stars something, this is the only place they answer. Stellaris Ward, where you are now, the pulse of the city. Neon banners sway in zero-G breeze. Street performers juggle gravity like it's a party trick, and some mad genius turned a planetarium into a nightclub. Don't let the glamour fool you. This district remembers when it was a warfront for the sky. Stick to the marked platforms unless you can fly. That's it. That's your current location. And then of course there's the Skyport, but you know what that do.
Yeah. I mean, would the Skyforge have any like clues as to where the Dragon Knight is? Or Autovarius in general?
Oh, there's one more place that should be here. Tower. There we go. A through V Citadel is up here too. Highest tower with the lowest tolerance for nonsense. Citadel guards wear thought-shielded helmets and check your intentions before your ID. Somewhere in there, the Archon sips Stardust tea and decides whether Greataxe burns or not. Also, the only place where you can send a message to another planet for a price.
Yeah, can I ask like Riven about the Skyforge?
The forge and the spindle?
Yeah.
Ooh. You ask him the first time, kind of shrugs and says, I don't know. And I need you to roll an insight check.
I would say, like, I've been super weary of this dude since we got there, so I've kept like an extra eye on him. Would I be able to make that insight check as well?
Absolutely.
Or give
I give him
advantage on it?
I'll give you guidance on yours if you want.
Unless
Yeah, roll with advantage.
PhD's okay with
Or
insight.
take guidance on your insight. You get a D4 to the roll. And I'd say you could roll with advantage if he's giving you like help as well. If you guys are like dual teaming this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to roll your proficiencies way higher than mine.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just roll with advantage.
Roll again.
Poopies.
It's poopy. It's poopy.
I don't know if you're gonna guidance yourself or not, but
Can I guidance myself?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, okay. All right.
Go guide yourself.
So, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Didn't you roll a 9? Oh, you on the first. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
I see what you did there. Dirty 20 gives it to you even more, where he's just like he shrugs it off at first because again he's not like really taking you seriously. What do you do to kind of like grab his attention and be like, no, like give me the information?
I think I try to like persuade him a little bit. Just as like, hey man, come on. You might not take us seriously, but we've been around quite a bit. We're here on like actual business. Like we want info. We're trying to do some good out here.
Roll a persuasion with advantage.
Can I guide myself on it?
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Go guide yourself, you son of a bitch.
18.
He kind of like perks up and looks like not perks up, but like kind of like looks up directly and kind of makes eye contact with you this time. He says, that place isn't a forge. It's a crucible. Step inside and it'll melt away everything that isn't true.
Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
He says, I watched the Skyforge spindle hum with breath once, like a lung, like a thing alive. The moment we tried to fuse without its blessing, it went silent.
What do you mean fuse?
Kind of like looks you in the eyes again, and he's like, never you mind about it. And continues walking.
Can I see the picture of the Dragon Knight again real quick?
The Dragon Knight of Aeriatheon?
Yeah.
Where is the Dragon Knight? Should be in the Greataxe folder. Means I have him in a special folder. Oh yeah, there he is. Wait, is it the mech you saw or the? Is that what you're talking about? The mech?
Yeah, the dragon. Isn't that what the mech is called? The Dragon Knight?
The mech's called the Dragon Star.
Oh, okay.
It is rumored to be guarded by the Dragon Knight.
Oh. Okay. Interesting.
But that's the image of the Dragon Star that you saw, the Dragon Star of Legend. Now, last thing he says is, the spindle doesn't matter to you, it doesn't even work.
Doesn't work yet. What does it do?
What did it do?
What did it do?
It made something that saved the world.
You guys want to take a little detour? You're getting paid either way, Riven.
Riven says, I will not go there.
Can I roll insight on that?
Yeah.
Just to, like, see, like, kind of get a gist why, if there's, like, whatever.
He's like, you hired me to go to Umbervale. I'll take you to Umbervale. I have no interest in going to the Spindle. that's something you want to do, you can go, and I'll wait somewhere.
What do you guys think? Seems interesting, but I don't know if it's related.
It's a tough call. We've got a lot of leads. I'm down for whatever gets us money and, gets us a bit of a pump on, if you will.
There's something else strange about this interaction. Because as you're talking about the spindle, and he's like, kind of like, just, I don't want to be about it. You're talking to him about it, Oka, but he's regarding, when he's talking about it, looking at you, Loki, and Wade. But not regarding Chubbs. He has not looked at Chubbs. And it the way he's looking at you guys is out of curiosity. Like, he doesn't even look at Vec either. Like, he doesn't care. Like, it's you three specifically that he is regarding a little strangely.
Strangely, in like a way that
Like,
he might be doubting himself.
No, like with a strange curiosity.
Okay.
Almost like not like he's sizing you up, but almost like he recognizes something about you guys.
Okay.
Is he like deliberately paying no mind to me at all, or is it like
it's not like it like in a way like that like not like an I hate this guy kind of way, but like I just like he hasn't like up to now he hasn't really regarded anyone, but starting to talk about the pillar and so whatever he knows about this place, he is obviously keeping it to himself, but like the thought of it, it's almost like a reactionary thing. Like whatever he is thinking about must have a way that it intertwines with those three, with the way he is looking at them.
Y'all motherfuckers about to get Captain Planeted.
Hope so.
Good luck. But it's not like I don't really know how to describe it. So like he's just paying like no mind to me, like I don't exist. He's seeing them curiously, but it's not like I'm there, but he's just completely ignoring me, or it's like I'm there, but I'm not pertinent to whatever he sees in the other people.
In his if you're like in his camera view right now, these three are focused, and you two are like blurs comparatively, like you and Vec. Like it's just like in that instance when he's talking about the spindle, he is focused on those three, and kind of like you guys are like just afterthoughts. Like he doesn't look at you guys, but he looks at those three. And when he gives his responses, he's not just focused on Oka. His gaze kind of looks between Oka, Loki, and Wade.
And I noticed this like as Oka, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like, I'm not going.
I don't know.
I'm not going to the spindle. I'll meet you back at the Squengies if that's what you want to do.
Do you know how we could get up there?
Not my problem.
I feel like it's not your problem, but it might be a mild interest you have.
He goes, nope. And he takes one step to the side, like almost like into a shadow, and he's gone.
Oh shit. Well, I guess we're going to the spindle.
Can I see where he went?
Give me a perception check.
I offer you a grand charm of true sight. Up to 60 feet.
Give me your perception check.
Perception.
You notice when looking at him step into the shadow, like almost like a kind of like it's almost like his cloak is what he steps into, but like the shadow is just like the cover of like disappearing into a shadow. But it's almost like his cloak itself, like he like steps and like disappears into it before it folds into and away from the shadows. Like he steps into a void and disappears.
Okay, so he's no longer like in that area.
No,
he
he's
kind of like
gone.
teleported away.
He's gone.
like
He's
no,
not there. Yeah.
no ethereal plane or any shit.
No, he's just gone.
Gone. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, curious cloak. With that, does he leave any like trace of anything? Is there any kind of like magic or anything that I can feel with
Nope.
his disappearance?
No. He just stepped into nothingness. Just like pure black nothingness. Or not even like he stepped into the shadow and got swallowed by pure black nothingness.
Yeah. And this is like the black nothingness that he like stepped into isn't reminiscent of the void or the void mother like helmet thing. Cool.
No shimmer, no purple.
Cool. Okay. I just kind of as he vanishes and we continue on.
He leaves you there. Where he was leading you was like to the place where you would get to. It's so like how it works is it kind of like it starts at the top and works its way down. So at the bottom where you see the Vault of Silversight, that's one of the only places that's on like a ground, like an actual ground. Everything else is on like floating islands, like each of the other places. So he was leading you down to the like rides you would get to get down to like the actual like core part of the planet to lead you to the tunnels. Where he has left you is kind of like at the edge of the Stellaris ward.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but it seemed like he was looking at a couple of us when he was regarding that spindle. It might be worth checking out. If you guys want to make a detour before we head over to Umbervale.
Well, you know me, I kind of follow the pack. As long as I get my opportunity to shine in if it should arise.
I'm down for making a detour. See what the forge is all about.
Alright, Chubbs, you cool with going too?
Oh yeah, I mean, by a lead.
Of course. Maybe we should contact Laszlo, see if she knows how to get up there.
You call Laszlo. She's like, "Oh, hey, how's your vacation going? How goes the tour? Did you guys make it to Umbervale yet?"
No, we're still at Squingy's. Well,
you're not.
We just left Squingy's. No, yeah, we just left Squingy's. Do you know how to get to the Skyforge spindle?
I I do. Why do you want to go there?
Just a hunch I have. And Riven kind of bounced on us because he's only going to bring us to Umbervale. So.
Oh yeah, you didn't look him in the eye, did you? He doesn't like
a couple times.
He doesn't.
A couple times, I think.
He doesn't like when you look him in the eye.
Yeah, I could kind of tell, but I kept doing it. I don't know why.
I don't know what his deal is. He's a bit prickly, but he's the best guide to the Umbervale.
There's more to him than that. I feel it in my bones.
You got all that from meeting him for 5 minutes?
Yeah, I'm an excellent judge of character.
That's fair. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, it's easy enough to get to the Skyforge symbol. You could rent some Thopters to get up there. Or if you have a way to fly, you can get up there. There are Aether Storms sometimes that you may have to worry about. They come occasionally here and there. Just like residual Aether energy that kind of just like... It's almost like the spindle acts like as a conduit that like disperses it. But you may get hit with like waves of Aether energy the closer you get there.
Oh, that's fine.
But yeah, you again, there should be a rental shop nearby. There's a couple in the city. Or like I said, if you know how to fly or have something, if you have anything that you can use to fly, you can get up there. But all you're gonna find is a bunch of very eager researchers that haven't been able to open a door in like a little less than a century.
There's one thing this crew knows how to do. It's open a door. Do the rentals take credits? Because Riven said he only takes gold.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. If you need a stipend of gold to get you started, in Greataxe, you're gonna need to talk to Elvray.
Okay.
I don't know where he is right now. You might find him. He could be at the Spindle, maybe. Sometimes he's at the Skyport. He spends a fair amount of time at the Vault of Silversight. But like he could be anywhere. He's kind of a wild card.
Okay. All right.
Great ruler, though. Wonderful guy.
Yeah, seems like it. I mean, usually you want to know, like, where he is.
What?
Like as a ruler, they're usually, like, in a castle or sitting on a throne or something.
Oh, yeah, like, no, Elvray's a man of the people.
Oh, yeah, clearly. Well, that's, all right, well, thanks for the info, Laszlo.
No problem. I'm gonna call the rental hall and let them know the situation. And see if they can just loan you some Thopters. I'll pay for it. And I'll talk to Elvray when I have a chance about getting reimbursed.
Oh, okay, cool, awesome. That would be perfect.
Yeah, she'll make a call down, and you'll be able to go and pick up some rental Thopters.
Cool. All right, guys, let's head to the rental place.
You head to the rental place, and it is being run by a very eccentric-looking old man. Because I've been renting Thopters here for 87 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And you like the Thopters? It's a great way to travel.
I'm looking at my boys like this guy's fucking weird. Yeah. Yes.
Mind you, like looking at the picture of the Thopters, like where it has that like curved tail is just like almost like a bike seat, and then there's like a harness that keeps you into place, and that's it. And then like some handles that you can hold on to. They also only go like 20 feet. Like their speed, their regular speed is 20 feet of a flight speed as opposed to like other fast things. So like for you who's used to like spaceships and fucking shit like that, it is a very slow ride.
Yeah, I love the slow like scenic vibe to it, you know. You don't
Yeah.
really get that much out in space.
It's like being on an escalator.
Real life fact, I love escalators.
Oh, well, there you go. Or like, I guess it'd be more akin to like if you go to like go skiing, like one of those like little things that you sit in that bring you up, the lifts.
Ski lifts.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's like a ski lift, but like in open air.
Okay.
And the other thing is like for the pilots, these are fine, but for my non-pilot there, Chubbs, once you get back, I might need you to roll a piloting check. Maybe it's a good time to take a break. Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Let's take like a 5-10er.
Sweet.
And then we'll get
Sounds
him.
good.
And then we'll get him to make a roll.
Yeah.
I just like making you guys roll dice.
That's one of the best things about D&D.
It's true. All right.
The roleplay and the dice rolling is where it's at.
Hell
All right,
yeah.
BRB. Me back.
Never mind.
General Vex doing dabs right now, dude. Sick. Oh, yep. Yep.
Back with doing dabs, no one wants that on the mic. Important to keep in mind as general sharp. Able to see the entire picture from the clouds, as it were. For the takeoff, Chubbs, I need you to make a piloting check, because you are our only non-pilot.
Listen, can I argue mechanics of learning the intricacies of the machine? Because I don't want to die.
No, sir, because that is not going to help you pilot the
What?
the
What do you
fucking
mean? If
thing.
I know how the machine works,
Then you can
know?
fix it if it breaks down, but that doesn't help you fucking steer it.
Yeah. It lets me know how much force I can apply this way, how much it's going to move this way, you know?
Your request is denied, sir. Roll a piloting check.
Worth a shot.
That's a dirty 20. You get used to it. This first check is just for you because you're getting used to it as you're starting to ascend and work against gravity and work against it. Like you're used to the gravity as like somebody walking around, but dealing with it like and getting used to flying, it's the same thing as trying to repair things in a harder gravity or a harsher gravity. But you start to ascend and you're starting to move towards the Skyforge spindle, which you can see clearly. Like it hovers above, like if you look at the ground beneath, it's almost like this mountain that has been like blown out, and it is like hovering over this crater below it. And as you ascend and get closer and closer, you start to experience those aether storms, where you're seeing like flickers of like this like bluish hue. It almost looks like blue lightning, that is like crackling off of the spindle. And a couple start to come like all of your way. And I'm going to need everybody to roll another piloting check, to get through the aether storm unscathed. Oh no.
Oh my god. I will burn. Oh.
That's brutal, dude. That's
I'll-
fucking brutal.
I'll burn my inspiration for that.
Yep. Like an inspiration
Reroll.
for Ray to reroll?
Yeah.
Nice. '17's better.
Christ, I thought that was gonna land on the 5 for a sec.
Loki, you rolled a 7. Are you using an inspo to reroll as well?
I used my inspiration earlier.
Oh no. Well, shit.
Oh, I didn't realize 2 people rolled low.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Shit.
It was not
Can
great.
can my nat 20 affect Loki's?
I will let Loki roll advantage
Nice.
as you like kind of like bump him to help him. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, you like Loki comes the closest as one like you watch as like the crackle like almost strikes his thopter, and you just like kind of like swivel and like butt his thopter and like shift it over, as you guys fly through and fly up and land on the Skyforge spindle. There's like a little spot for the thopters to land, and you see like people of all different varieties that appear to be like some of them are like observing different things. Some of them are like taking like hammers and slamming them on this like giant closed door. You can see that outside.
And
oh,
what is happening when they do hit it with the hammers?
nothing.
Are they hitting a barrier of sort, or are they hitting rock and just nothing's happening?
They're hitting like metal and nothing's happening.
Okay.
You see that as they do that though, like there's other people like at the side taking notes. You'll see that there are kind of like floating platforms that are connected to the spindle just close by, where some people have set up like one person, it looks like he set up like a little shop with some like little random baubles here and there. You see that one person has like a libations where they sell drinks and stuff like that. You see that a lot of these like researchers are like working in small little groups together. The spire itself is tall. This thing is huge. And the door that they're trying to get at, it doesn't look like there's a lock. Instead, it looks like it is sealed in like 8 different places, because you can see the lines of the seal in those 8 different places, and all of those lines connect to this central node that is it isn't glowing. It looks like it's dead right now, but it looks like something that, like, if it was energized, would glow.
Can I cast Guiding Bolt on it? Like the centerpiece?
Yes. You won't have to roll anything. Nothing happens.
Okay. I'll still cast it, just take the spell slot.
No, I won't even make you take the spell slot. This is an experimental thing. By the time you're like actually back on a journey, you'll be rested anyway. I'll give you a free guiding bolt here, just as like experimental trying it out.
Okay.
Does not work. It hits the node and just like no reaction, nothing happens. However, a couple of the researchers turn, watch you do it, and like turn back to their notes and start scribbling more notes based on just what you just did. One of them looks up and says, "What's your name?" To include in the study.
I'm Oka, Regional Assistant Manager of Squengies.
Oh, Oka, Regional Assistant. Oh, congratulations. That's a hard gig to get.
Yeah, are you you looking for a job?
No.
Like a real one?
No, I live here.
Sure. Do you have any like cousins that are looking for a job?
Roll persuasion.
Shit. Oh, that was so close to a nat 20.
Mm-hmm. On a 9, he says, "Yeah, my cousin Gerald lives in Cloudrest Commons. That guy's a lazy piece of shit. He needs a job."
He doesn't. No, I can't, for the good of Squengies, allow him to work there if he's a lazy piece of shit.
If I intimidate him thoroughly, will he work hard?
Probably not. Maybe just shit his pants.
Well, we can find out if he can work hard or shit his pants. Worst case scenario, we get a laugh out of it.
But wait. Here's the thing, dude. What if he shits his pants mid-shift and then he has to go home because he shit his pants?
No,
That's gonna leave the rest of the crew.
No, we check before you hire him if he shits his pants. What happens?
As you guys are
you knock on
arguing,
the
this guy
door.
turns around and goes back and leaves to go back to his research.
Now, hear me out. If I just say, work hard right now, and I puff up my chest and I roll my advantage because I'm a rune knight and he shits his pants, then you can't hire him. But if he says, "Oh shit, I better get my act together," then you got a winner.
I mean, it seems like a gamble, but yeah, I mean,
But we'll know
I gotta
before
get
we hire.
some employees, man. I didn't expect to have this kind of responsibility when I became a regional assistant manager.
It's okay. I never saw you with any responsibility either.
What about now?
Still don't.
Honestly,
That's gotta hurt.
it doesn't
I mean-
at all, because I feel the same way.
I mean, I mean that in the sense that we're not responsible people, and that having a position of responsibility, we're both just really talented at making other people do our things for us. Which is why you're in management, and I have a shitty ship.
I mean, you have more than a shitty ship, Wade.
No,
can
no,
pilot.
but I mean my shitty ship is the product of me being a lazy asshole.
Oh, I get what you're saying. That's why Vera pilots the big one.
Exactly.
I see. Well, yeah, I think after I get these 3 employees, I might have to like talk to them about just becoming a taste tester, like regional taste tester manager or something. But anyway, let's
Do I get to shake people down or what?
yeah, I mean, I guess.
I'm not
Just
gonna
not-
lie. I just remember that I get advantage on intimidation rolls, so that's all that's on my mind.
Yeah, that's fair. Any chance that you can take to intimidate somebody?
Actually, you know what's even funnier about that? Because I forgot and I'm stupid.
What's that?
So I get advantage in intimidation checks. Intimidation, still a charisma check.
Yeah. Yeah, I have proficiency in
Show up,
them.
beat my fists together, roll with my -3.
Loki. While this is happening, you feel a compulsion. You feel a compulsion to touch the door.
Well, you go to jail for that.
I'm gonna just go with it. I'll touch the door.
You touch the door, and you almost go into like this dream state as you hear a whisper that says, "Hear the whispers of the Aetherlands." You are standing in what appears to be a giant forge, but the fire is not like a regular fire. Like it looks like it's made of plasma, and you can see an older man with like a pointed beard, and like a balding, like just like the like side hairs, like he just got like has like a balding cap on the top. You watch as he's like wearing goggles, and it looks like he is like using the forge to create pieces for a mech. You hear a voice say, "Oh, Otto, what does that do?" And he says, "Oh, this is going to be what will make it fly." He says, "It won't work unless they can all work together, but with the lens, they'll stand a chance." You see one more vision. This time it pulls you out, and you almost zoom out to see the star system, and you see Flongo, the living planet, as it is devouring and getting closer and closer to the sun. And what you're seeing is damage that you think it may do in the future. Like you see it has eaten most of the asteroid belt. It has eaten Halberd. It has started to like move on. It's like it's kind of like rotated and eaten the Squengies and started like just like devouring planets. Again, you hear the whisper, "You must acquire the lens. You must know its secrets. You must become one of the chosen." And the last vision you see is Oka, you, Wade, Vera, and somebody you don't recognize. It's almost like they like you the vision wants to show you what they look like but can't. After that, the vision ends. You return back to reality, and your friends are around you again.
Guys, I just had a wild vision when I touched the door. I heard whispers telling me, "Hear the whispers of the Aetherlands." And I saw Autovarius standing over various parts of a mech, saying something about a lens. And then I had a vision of uh, Flongo eating the star system and destroying everything. And then I heard We must acquire the lens and become one, the chosen. And I saw Oka, myself, Wade, Vera, all standing around together. I think we gotta find this missing person, I think, and find this lens if we're gonna stop Flongo.
Look, mate, there is nothing in this universe right now that scares me more than Flongo. So, anything towards that goal, I am on board for.
Yeah, that seems wild.
Wade is scared shitless of Flongo and is honestly probably gonna use next downtime to like even research him more.
Yep.
Like his next step is like going to religious leaders for advice.
Oh, one more thing you would have heard in a whisper was find the pillars of concordance.
So, I don't know. That's maybe Riven would know something. He was looking at you a little weird, Loki. Like he saw something.
Maybe he knows more about the Skyforge than he's letting on about.
I would say so. But maybe he wanted to be sure before he let on more info. We should find him and you should tell him what you saw.
Yeah. Yeah, we should go find him. He might know something about this pillar.
I feel like that's a safe bet. And now that you've had this vision, I think he might, give us a little more info than he's letting on.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, maybe we should take these choppers back down and find Riven, see what he knows.
Yeah, let's go.
On board, let's roll.
As they're kind of like devising a plan, Chubbs is gonna investigate the door a little bit. Because he doesn't, want anybody to get hurt or anything. Is there anything like written on the door or like anything other than just the lines that go out?
No,
It's just a big metal flat door.
Just a big metal door. Of what kind of metal you're not sure. You can see the seams for where it closes, and you can see that kind of like node like in the center.
Mm-hmm. Is it giving off any kind of energy other places?
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. Investigation. Ew. Yuck. 8.
Nothing.
Guidance
Roll a d4.
may not help much, but maybe a little.
9's not gonna do it. I would have said 10, maybe like a little tidbit of information, but I can't do a 9.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe too late. I was gonna say maybe enhanceability.
Do I know anything about this from like a past thing? Like, is there anything that I know about?
Give me a history check.
No.
Can I enhance ability on his history check?
Sure.
Cool.
What'd it do?
Cool.
We're about to find out. Fox is cunning. Target has advantage on intelligence checks.
Nice. So you get advantage on the check here, on the history check.
Okay, so I have advantage twice
Why do you have advantage twice?
because it looks like my Grand Charm of Tongues also gives me it.
Oh,
How
nice.
that would interact.
You
But because I am very curious about this, I'm gonna pop this. I'm gonna pop my Charm of Intelligence as well, which increases my intelligence score by
by
6.
6. Wow.
So I'll give you guidance on that
So you get a D4
instead of the advantage, I think, because I don't
There
think
you
double
go.
advantage
No,
works,
no,
right?
no, there's no double advantage.
Yeah.
Not,
Okay. Yeah, so I'll just guidance that.
Okay, before you roll that, hold on. I'll be right back. Like 2 seconds.
I'm starting to remember that I'm a cleric and I have guidance.
Love that.
I'm trying to take every little advantage I can out of it now.
Oh, good. Alright, so I get a 4 6s plus 3. I get a plus 1d4.
I didn't realize how good enhance ability was.
Yeah, enhance ability is really good, especially if you're just doing little checks and shit like that. But it's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's also for an hour too. So any like intelligence checks for the next hour is fucking.
Oh shit.
Spicy. Yeah.
Oh, so that would have been nice with the like the radiation checks that we were doing on the Squengies or whatever. For
Would it have
the
been
Constitution.
because there's no con on there.
Yeah, there is. Boar's
Strength,
endurance.
Dex, charisma, intelligence, wisdom.
No, it's got one of each. Boar's endurance or Bear's endurance. The first one
Oh,
gives you
yeah, okay.
advantage on con checks and 2d6 temporary hit points.
That's kind of nice. Yeah.
All right.
It looks like they
Alright.
all have, or a few of them have like bonus things to it.
Hit me with a roll.
18.
$18. You may have heard whispers of Greataxe in your travels prior to working for Oka's family. The Pillars of Concordance don't sound familiar. But you do remember hearing about the threat that they dealt with, which was like these like crazy elder dragons that were just going to destroy Greataxe and rebuild it in their image. And you remember that the legend goes that there was something that was created, some weapon that was forged to defeat them.
So the pillars are something that I would assume would be newer. Okay. It's just kind of like the knowledge for the most part that we already have on that. So the weapon created is, I'm going to assume, the mech. To stop the dragons. The Pillars of Concordance, though. With Loki's Unite thing, I would assume that would probably be it. we would be looking for a 5th person. Of what qualities, though? Okay. Yeah, Chubbs doesn't really take much from it.
I'll give you on the
Not much more information than we already have.
I'll give you on just the intelligence check itself as an 18 that the thread that ties the 4 mentioned together and that ties the 3 of these guys together is that they're pilots.
Yeah.
Okay. With that, walking away from this after like doing this, I don't want to spend like too long like looking at it or anything like that. Once it does end, can I end the effect early to learn of any information about this tower itself? Does this tower itself have a stat block to some effect?
The tower,
As you did say, it was living.
the tower itself is there is something, it's not fully alive. Like there's something about it where like it has, if you are able to glean information about the tower, it has a higher level intelligence than most creatures.
The tower itself does?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because it's the charm itself says instantly learn the stat block information of a creature you can see within 60 feet of you.
Yeah, it's kind of a cheat here for this because like the tower itself is not a creature, but there is something alive enough about it that you can glean that it has its own intelligence. Whatever this tower is, it has some kind of consciousness and a smart consciousness, I would say.
All right, you said we had somewhere to go, right? You guys had an idea where we need to go with this?
Yeah, I mean, Riven was given some weird looks, and I feel like he wasn't letting on some information. I didn't know why, but after Loki's vision, I think if Loki tells him about it, he might be able to give us a little more info. Or maybe he knows like some kind of secret or something. That is interesting that Vera was there too, though, because she's new to the crew. But she is a damn good pilot, I'll give her that. And she seems pretty down with the crew as well, so might make sense.
Let's get back. I mean, should we send word to Vera as well?
Yeah.
Vera's watching Borklord.
Yeah. She is watching Borklord.
Yes, and we're about to have Borklord on a planet, I guess.
Is that a good idea?
Yeah, I don't know, but probably not. He is kind of a high-tech alien.
Yeah, I mean he does know like piloting and stuff like that. Like he has intelligence. He just doesn't know how to talk. Yeah, you know what? Let's get Vera and Borklord down here.
Well, we're still looking for one more, so Loki, hang on to that image of whatever. Because you mentioned the last two that you couldn't make out. Like, if you Do you know any details? Like, is there like if we put
It
a
did not-
lineup of people?
It did not look like
Like-
Borklord, that's for sure.
No, like is
That would
it
be
like?
fucking wild.
I guess I would ask Loki if there was any discernible features that he could like pick out about what this person looked like, whether it be like you didn't get an actual person, but did you get like he has green skin, he has blue skin, he's purple, like was it like like no face kind of thing?
Yeah, it was like his face was blurred.
Okay. So we can't really tell whether or not he's from here or from another place. If he's blue like Vec or Jocelyn,
It was like
or if he's a commoner.
it was a to be unlocked character.
Yeah. Yeah, if we had details like, if you got like clothing or race or anything like that, we could, streamline the process. But fortunately doesn't seem like we got any of that, so is there a point of bringing Vera down now then? Probably wait for that till we get a
Yeah.
gleam of the next person.
Yeah.
We just start bringing every single person we find up here. Let's grab this
Yeah,
guy.
we should talk to Riven
Door.
first.
Him.
Door.
Yeah. Riven seems kind of standoffish regarding this kind of stuff, but probably the only
But-
person that has information.
He had that inquisitive look on us three. Me, Loki, and Wade. And we're pilots as well as Vera, so that might lead to something.
Yeah, honestly, I have no idea what you're talking about. He didn't seem like he was looking at anything a certain way to me.
I don't know. I got kind of a weird vibe that he was looking at the three of us for some reason.
I mean, the weird thing is that he stepped into nothing and vanished. Like, I couldn't see him at all.
I mean, I can do that right now, and I use Dimension Door and step to the other side of Chubbs.
Huh. Chubbs, with your true sight, you still see a little trail of like where he left to where he ends up.
Phew.
And I probably can't touch him in an ethereal realm, because
No.
he's in like another thing.
No.
I was like, I stick my hand out and I like draw the path that he walked around me. Then I'd be like, there. But his had nothing. It was crazy.
Yeah,
Like, just-
I don't.
Into nothing, gone. But you walked all the way around this way.
I didn't do that. I teleported.
Ah, yes.
You didn't
Do
see
you think
anything.
you teleported because like that's your understanding of it?
Yes,
I guess
yes, that's exactly what it
technically-
is.
Okay.
I think that's how my grand charm of dimensional travel works. Is I just run really fast and think it works.
You just appear at one spot to the other. There's no like thread linking the two of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess we should probably get down and get out of here as quick as possible.
Yeah, I mean, we have a solid lead now. I mean, Loki had visions. I only get visions when I'm alone in my captain's quarters.
Yeah, listen. I don't think those are called visions. That's probably your subscription to Space Hub magazine.
We can't keep doing this, guys. OnlyFans is already a canon thing in this universe thanks to Alita on Sundays. We can't have
okay.
Space Hub in this too, because if Space Hub exists, that opens up the fucking window for so many porn-based puns that I'm gonna get banned.
I mean, there. Yeah.
Especially
guess.
since now I have to go find a way to make a Pornhub logo that says Space Hub instead. Because
the hustler
now
that we
it
see now,
exists.
Spacler. Spacler.
Basically.
They cancel your Spaceless subscription too.
It's just
Had insufficient funds.
it's just like fucking pizza being introduced to my universe and being called Pizza, and then it being introduced in Sundays as Pizza, and now it just follows me everywhere.
Spacely.
Instead of Fansly.
Yep. Only
It's
phase.
the only face
we might
logo.
as well have them all.
Yes,
That's
because
amazing.
because one of Alita's first downtime activities was to take fucking one of the new crew members that they had to use as their cameraman. Well, they earned money with
Smart.
OnlyFace.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
At least I
was there
just
for that.
fucking space dashed.
for that.
Alita's a badass bitch. Don't even get me started on Sunday game. Alita is
I feel like I have to watch them now.
Alita is a fairy Jedi. Like her class is Prism, but she uses a purple lightsaber, and like it like in spite of having like emotion based like elemental abilities, just like wrecks shit in combat.
Purple is the coolest color for the lightsabers, though.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yep. She's a Prism that should have been a barbarian. You go to find Riven, you get back down to like the main districts, you head back to the Squangies. He's not there. And he doesn't like pop out of a shadow. You wait for a little bit, sit down. Nothing happens. He doesn't return.
He was heading to the like ground level, though, right? The silver bank. I don't remember what you called it.
Vault of Silver Site. You can see it on the map. It's right there under like the name label. Can you see?
I can't see any of
not
that
on that map.
You can't see the journal pins.
We're still
No, like, I'm-
Greataxe world map.
Yeah.
You should be able to see all of those points on the world map. Okay, so
No, the only thing I can see is Skyforge.
On the left, go to your journal notes. Is the pin on?
Toggle note display,
Yeah.
or
Yeah, is it on?
yeah, it's on. I can't see anything.
Okay, hold on. Can you see them now?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I just had to give you permission.
Okay.
So, like, I positioned the
No,
icons
yeah.
relative to where you'd see them on the map.
And he was heading down to the Vault of Silver site because the tunnels lead down there, right?
There's a cave further, like the cave entrance is further down from there, but to get there, you have to go down. The Vault of Silverside is the only place that's on the ground. And then beyond the Vault of Silversite, you can find the cave entrance that you can go in to like kind of go under the lake to get to Umbervale.
Okay. I guess we just head towards that way and see if we can spot him, like towards like the entrance or whatever.
You have to pass the vault to get to where you'd be going. Like, you get to the place where like you can get the Thopters to go down to the next part, and like he still doesn't appear there. You go down, you see this Vault of Silversite. You see that it is it's almost like it looks like a giant technological temple. And there are it like the outside is made of like a reflective metal, and the inside, from what you can see as you pass by, is made of mirrors or glass or some kind of crystal. You see that there are floating crystals, and you can see like almost like they look like priests, but they're faceless, like just completely faceless. And you can see that they're floating, and one of them has like a crystal in their hands, and it's almost like they're watching a movie or something, but like you can't see an expression of what they're like, if they're scared or anything, because they have no face.
Does it give Void Seeker vibes?
No,
Okay.
This gives like Slender Man vibes. Like,
Same, but different then.
yeah.
Okay.
But except that there's a lot of them. Like, there's not just one or two of these dudes. There's like you'd probably say a couple dozen at least, all like floating within this temple with these different crystals.
Okay, gotcha. And Riven's nowhere in sight?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Can I talk to one of them?
You're gonna walk up and talk to one of the people inside?
What
do you say?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, what do you say?
Hey, how do we like get to the tunnels?
You first like feel something like piercing your mind, and you hear a voice that says, "Take the next left down that road." And he like points out. But it is immediately followed by you. I need you to roll a d6. And odd are like, if you roll odds, it's a good memory, and if you roll even, it is a bad memory. You remember the first time you ever piloted a ship. And you remember getting it off the ground and like almost crashing it a couple times. But you remember the feeling of freedom when you could finally take to the skies and finally start getting ready for a journey. And that warm feeling of accomplishment, knowing that you were going to be one of the first of your people to actually explore the stars.
Can I say like thank you, but like in a deeper meaning, like within my brain? Because it seems like they can do like telepathic shit, right?
Yeah, you say the thank you, and it says, "It is you who gave the memory to you. Thank you."
Did you see it too?
For a moment.
Did you like it?
It was a nice feeling.
It was.
You watch as it lifts up its hand to its face and pulls off this like skin, like it looks like it's skin. Whatever is covering this thing is skin, but it pulls it off and it's a mask. And you see that there is the face of a humanoid underneath, who regards you and nods and doesn't say it with words, but still speaks in your mind and says, "To look directly into your eyes so that you can understand how much I appreciate seeing your memory." Then puts the mask back on to become faceless once again and stares back into the crystal that he was looking into.
Damn. Yeah, I guess we just follow the directions he gave us.
Forgot your paperwork was out.
You keep moving like and head towards the cave, where you see that there are signs now telling you connected to Umbra Vale. And as you head there, as you're all walking, you hear an extra step of a set of footsteps behind you. And when you turn, Riven is walking with you.
Ribbon.
Aye.
I figured I'd find you here, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah. Well, I told you I'd be leading you through. You did hire me.
That is true. So we went to the spindle.
Yeah, huh? And?
Loki here, had some visions. We wanted to know if you could help us interpret them.
He looks over
Loki?
at Loki and he says, "Did he now?"
Yeah, I touched the door, and then I heard whispers, and then I saw an image of the forge with Autovarius standing over it with, I think it was Autovarius standing over it with different mech pieces. And then I heard whispers of needing a lens. And I saw images of Flongo eating the solar system, like, and then I heard whispers that we need to find the lens,
It's like,
become one of the chosen.
nothing awaits you but death if you find the lens. Are you sure that's what you want to do?
Well, the vision, it showed me, Oka, Wade, one of our other pilots, and then someone else, and then told us to find the Pillar of Concordance.
He spits on the ground. It says pillars. You're welcome to pursue it if you like, but I would advise against it. You will find nothing but woe.
I think this is bigger than all of us. I think we need to stop Flongo. I think this is something for the good of the planetary system.
Kind of like, you watch as like something in him snaps. And he gets like right up in Loki's face. And he says, "You think you have what it takes? You think you have the guts to sacrifice? To give up more of yourself than you could ever offer? You don't know. You're not ready."
Well, that's the point, mate. We don't know, and we need you to
Reaches
clarify
over
instead
and
of
shuts you up by
condescending
grabbing your full mouth, Wade. Like, stops like with like his hand over your mouth, and he's like, "I don't want to hear from you." Holds it shut and looks and he says, "You know nothing. Heed the warning. Forget about the pillar. Find what you need to find and go home. There is nothing for you here if you explore that option but death." He lets go of Wade, takes a step back, and he's like,
Yeah, well, that's like your opinion, man.
you watch as he's like, his breathing is heavy. Like, he, like, this was a trigger for him.
I'm gonna use my grand charm of divine form and just turn big and just go, I think we could do this. I'm just gonna turn big in front of him.
So big and yet so small.
What do you know?
Ego will not save you.
This isn't about ego.
Look, mate, you're very vague about this threat to us, and that's why we're apprehensive of it. It sounds like someone telling fairy tales.
That's what they are. Regard them as that.
But I like fairies.
There are no pillars. There is no machines. There is no Iron Worm Symphony anymore. They're all dead. All the pilots are dead. Leave them in the past.
The old pilots might be dead, But what about these ones?
Well, I don't think you're gonna get any further with him, mate.
No. No. That's ridiculous. Why did you snap like that? What do you know? Because if you don't tell us what you know, we're going to continue following this path.
Then you'll die.
Be that as it may.
Be that as it may.
What do you know?
More than
Clearly,
I
you have some kind of connection. Were you a pilot?
He, like, twitches and, like, kind of, like, turns and glares at you.
So you're the last one, then. The fifth.
Hangs his head, like, just turns to look away from you and hangs his head in shame.
Because Loki saw a fifth member, but it was blurry, I believe. Right, Loki?
Oh, it's not me.
Yeah, it was.
Then who was it?
It's I am no longer a pilot of the Ironworm Symphony, and nor will I ever be again. I gave enough of myself for what? For one world threat, just for another to come? I'm not being pulled back into that. Do what you wish. Pursue whatever information you find. You will get nothing else from me. I will lead you to Umbervale, and make sure you find your way safely, and you can go on your little goose chase for Autovarius and his Dragon Star. And once you're done, you can crawl all over Greataxe. Try and find treasures that are buried deep with the dead. You will find nothing but pain. And if the trials don't kill you, just trying to stay together and align will. Because if you are in a situation where you have to defend yourself by working together and one of you falters, you're all dead.
We won't falter.
Thank you for sharing that with us. I know that was hard to get out. Appreciate it.
He says, enter and follow the path, and I'll ensure your safety. But I don't think I want to be directly around any of you right now. And once again, he, like, steps into the nearest shadow and disappears.
You know, if he didn't do that, I'd feel a lot more comfortable punching him in the face.
As he dips out, I think that's where we're going to end session for tonight, as you're about to enter the cave. Next session, we're gonna be doing some hex grid, and it's been a while, so
Oh,
yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've been on a hex grid map. So there'll be lots of options. There could be chaos, could be encounters. There's some scary shit in these caves. He wasn't joking. I, as a DM, am warning you right now and hope that you are well prepared, because shit is truly about to hit the fan in a crazy way. So
Sure glad I don't have my extra attack yet.
I told you what you needed to get to your next level.
Yeah. We're already on that course, though.
Yeah, so that's okay. Even without the extra attack, you'll be fine. You'll surely be fine.
It'll buff right out.
Yeah, exactly. What did I? Hold on. I have so many notes about things and stuff. The hollow spiral is what the cave is called. I will have an additional map note for that for next session. I just didn't get around to making it because I didn't know if you guys were doing that today or what you were doing today. I didn't know if you'd end up getting into shenanigans in Aeriatheon, but you guys are in a rush to get into the action, so. That's it for now. Saturday, we should have cleaning crew. Oh, wait. Yes. Yeah, the Saturday, hopefully everybody is well, or well enough to be able to play, and we don't have any curveballs. Ellie is going to be house sitting, but she'll still be able to play. So I think we got a cleaning crew on Saturday, and then we've got more of Sea of Stars, The Prince on Sunday, where they are up to their own shenanigans. They're about to get deep into their downtime, which I don't know if Alita's just gonna cam girl her way to the top and just spend all of her downtime making money. But I know a lot of them have some interesting pursuits for their downtime. I've heard some ideas, so that'll be an interesting session. But that's it for now. Thanks to everybody who tuned in. We love every single one of you. We hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, or evening wherever you are, and as always, power to the players. Have a great night. And for you boys, another 5 points on your points cards. Just that little bit extra.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay.